I want to encourage those that are dealing with brokenness, a broken heart, heaviness, or even grief. I want to encourage you today to don't allow yourself to get into a place of vulnerability where it takes you outside the will of God. And I know it's so hard to stay in a place of mental stability because of the pain or the loneliness or just the brokenness from a broken heart that a lot of times we'll go outside the will of God because the enemy will use that season of grieving, the season of loneliness, the season of heaviness to make you so vulnerable to go outside of the will of God. And I want to use myself as an example. Even when I was young and I lost my mom practically at the age of 14, I was out in the streets looking for love in all the wrong places, and it led me to fornication and being in the wrong relationships, not even able to understand God's will at that age. And now that I'm older, I see that the enemy used that vulnerability, that abandonment, that rejection as a door to, attract me to certain type of men and situations that God didn't intend for me to be in. Of course, I learned and I grew from those situations. But if I can use my life as an example to help someone today that's coming across this video, that the enemy wants to use this heaviness, brokenness, to cause you to be vulnerable, to do something outside the will of God, to delay your destiny or your healing process. So I want to encourage you today. I know it's hard. I know that mentally it can be challenging, when you're dealing with grief, the spirit of heaviness or brokenness, you can fall into the influence of predators. So I just want to encourage you to be strong in this season. Amen. And just submit yourself to God in this season. Amen. To God be the glory.